What's going on, my fellow Stim junkies? Hope you guys are having an amazing week. I know you are. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the very first Panda Supplements collaboration pre-workout I ever had. As you guys know, Panda Supps is known for doing crazy amounts of collaborations, and this right here is one that actually came out a couple of months ago, but I'm a little bit late to the game here. And so today we're going to be reviewing the collaboration between Panda Supps and Black Magic Supplements. What we have here today, guys, is the SINISTER pre-workout. Look at this freaking tub here, guys. That is some crazy mighty voodoo going on right here. This poor panda has been put under a spell because he looks like he's got another thing coming. This is a very sick label. I think it's really badass, and I think they actually renamed this pre-workout. I don't think it's actually called SINISTER anymore. As you can see here is the name SINISTER, Panda and Black Magic Supps collaboration. Unfortunately, there is a movie out there by the name SINISTER, and I think they gave them a little bit of trouble, so they had to rename it to something else. I don't know what it's called now, but as far as I know, it's still marketed on the Panda Supps website as well as NutriCartel as SINISTER. So if you search SINISTER, the pre-workout will come up. This thing here has a crazy stacked science book label, and it could go either way. It could either be a crazy, insane, over-the-top experience, or it could be a mid kind of pre-workout. Is it worth picking this up before it's sold out everywhere? Let's talk about it. So yeah, guys, just looking at this tub right here, once again, let me bring it up to the screen because this thing is sick. This thing looks really, really badass. It's very, very cool, really unique tub, and definitely something you want to be displaying on the shelves. It's a limited edition, and I do think it is sold out on the Panda Supps website. You could still pick this up from NutriCartel. I'm going to link everything in the end of the video with the discount code if you guys want to pick this one up. This here is the Blue Shark Gummy flavor, and I gotta say, I really like the flavor. I heard some people didn't like it too much. They said it was a little bit on the sour end, and it is, but I didn't mind it. It has a nice sour tart kind of flavor, candy, artificial flavor, but not too artificial. I genuinely enjoyed it. I mixed it in with a lot of water, and I was sipping on it on my way to the gym. Really enjoyed the flavor. All right, guys, this is a massive, massive label, so I'm going to skim through this as fast as humanly possible and try to break everything down in an efficient manner. So this does do the 20, 40, 1 scoop, 2 scoop nonsense, but we're Stim junkies, guys. We're going to take the 2 scoop dose. So everything I will read on here will be dosed for the full 2 scoop dose, and that dose is pretty hefty. Comes in at a whopping 36.2 grams. Yeah, for a pre-workout. Not for a protein powder, guys. This ain't a protein tub. This is a pre-workout. 36.2 grams. My God. And I gotta say, the scoop came in a little bit light at about 17 grams instead of 18.1. So maybe keep it a little bit, guys. Always weigh out your pre-workouts. I preach about that to nauseam. Okay, so we got vitamin B1 at 10 milligrams, vitamin B2 at 20 milligrams, vitamin B6, 25 milligrams, choline, 220 milligrams, and sodium, 200 milligrams. Okay, coming from pink Himalayan salt, by the way. Now let's begin with the actual label. L-citrulline at a massive 10 grams, so you're going to get crazy, crazy juicy pumps, and I can vouch for the pumps. They were next level on this thing, guys. Beta-alanine, 4,000 milligrams, slightly higher than the clinical dose. Malic acid, 3,000 milligrams. Interesting. So Gorilla Mode does this thing also where they separate the citrulline and the malic acid. Other companies will just put in citrulline malate, but there are studies out there saying that if you separate the citrulline and the malic acid, it could be more effective. Who knows? Who knows, guys? Betaine anhydrous, 2,500 milligrams. Beet extract at 2,000 milligrams, so that's going to provide nitrates and blood flow. Going to help with the pumps, essentially. L-tyrosine, 1,500 milligrams, so nice, decent dose for the focus. Nothing too crazy. We're seeing some pre-workouts go up to 4,000 now. It's pretty crazy. 1,500 is really good, though. Agmatine sulfate for more pumps, 1,000 milligrams. DMAE for that focus, 750 milligrams, not to be confused with DMAA or DMHA. DMAE is legal and there's no issues with it whatsoever. Alpha GPC, 50% yield, 600 milligrams, so good nootropic sense there. Vasodrive AP for more pumps, 508 milligrams, oddly specific. Catubia bark extract, 500 milligrams, not sure what that does. Beta PEA, 400 milligrams, the feel-good chemical, if you will. Solid dose. Caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams. Canna at 250 milligrams, so big dose of canna. That's really supposed to lower your anxiety, lower cortisol levels, ease you into the workout a little bit. I like canna more than L-theanine. Certain companies put in L-theanine to bring the edge down, but I like canna much more. I think it's way more effective, especially in pre-workouts. Saffron muesli, 250 milligrams, not sure what that is either. Mucuna pueris extract, also known as L-Dopa, 150 milligrams, good dose. And then we do have the S7 at 100 milligrams, so conflicting research on whether it's effective or not. It's supposed to help with pumps and have other benefits. So S7 is essentially green coffee bean extract, green tea extract, turmeric extract, tart cherry, blueberry, broccoli, and kale. So getting a little bit of greens. It doesn't hurt. I don't mind it. Theobromine, 100 milligrams for more stimulation. Caffeine, 100 milligrams. That's interesting. I don't know if they forgot to... I don't know if they forgot to mention what source of caffeine, because we already have the anhydrous at 350 and then it just says caffeine, 100 milligrams. So I'm not sure if that's another source of caffeine, maybe the more natural source. I don't know. But either way, that brings us up to 450 milligrams of caffeine. So it's actually teetering on the Stim Junkie type of pre-workout. Is it a Stim Junkie experience? You will have to stay tuned to the full review to find out. Estrogen for the absorption, 50 milligrams, and we definitely need something in here because there's a lot of stuff to absorb and your body is going to fight to process it efficiently. So we definitely need that assistance from the estrogen in here. Halostashin, 25 milligrams, good stimulant. And lastly, huperzine A, 20 milligrams for additional focus. Before I get down into breaking down my experience running this limited edition pre-workout, don't forget to like this video, share this video with a fellow Stim Junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're having an epic, massive giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers, guys. Hashtag road to 1,000. You guys don't want to miss it. So subscribe if you haven't yet. Okay, guys, so how does this stacked science book label live up to the experience? How does this work in the real world? In other words, if you're taking this before you go to the gym, you want to get in a crazy epic experience, how does this fare compared to other pre-workouts of the same variety? So I did run this one twice, and my experience both times was identical. I ran it for leg day once, and I also worked a little bit of abs, and then I ran it a second time for chest and arms. So essentially it was chest and tri, but I also superset a little bit of biceps in there. Really wanted to get a nice, juicy, swole feeling in my entire arm, and this does have crazy pump ingredients in there. You got like 4 pump ingredients in here. The citrulline alone at 10 grams is more than most pre-workouts provide. So right then and there, you know you're going to get crazy pumps on this. And if I'm being honest, I think that the pumps are the highlight of this entire package here. You do have some nootropics in here. You have that canna to really get your mind right, get your mind at ease, and help you have a nice, smooth transition into the workout experience. Now, I'll be honest, I thought this was going to hit me a little bit harder, being that it's a limited edition and it is a stacked science book label. But that's why, what do we say on the channel, guys? Labels are just labels, because in the end of the day, sometimes the ingredients can come together in a certain way, and you can have a pre-workout like Maniaco from Dark Labs and Garage Gym Homie, which only had 7 ingredients in there, and that thing just came together so beautifully, and you can actually tell that everything in there is working as intended. It all synergizes perfectly, and it just creates an amazing Stim Junkie experience. This here was a bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest. Now, that doesn't go to say that this is a bad pre-workout by any means. You're going to get decent energy on this about 10 minutes, 12 minutes into consuming this pre-workout. You're going to feel energy from the caffeine. There's 450 milligrams of caffeine in here, guys. This isn't exactly C4 Total War, okay? So definitely will provide enough of a stimulation to get you going in the gym. You're going to have a good workout on this, provided that you're in the right state of mind. And the nootropics in here will help get your mind right. So me personally, I didn't feel the nootropics come in until about that 35 minute mark. So I felt a little bit of energy from the caffeine both times. The experience was identical both times. Had the caffeine rush at about maybe 10 to 12 minutes. And the mood elevation was there, was very slight. Definitely no euphoria on here, but a nice lock on focus, not too zoned in, but definitely there. You will enjoy the music a little bit more. The energy is consistent, smooth, but consistent. It doesn't go up like some other pre-workouts will. You feel the burst of caffeine. You're going to have that initial energy, and it kind of stays the same throughout the entire workout. So I trained about an hour and a half each time, and the experience was the same. I got that burst of energy, At about 30-35 minutes, I got that nootropic sense and the lock-on focus got a little bit tighter. I started getting a bit of a mood elevation. The music started sounding a little bit better and I was pumping. The pumps were really nice, so that made me happy. I enjoyed the pumps both times, even though I don't really take crazy pump products on leg day, but the legs were nice and swole. And when I trained chest and arms, the arms were blown up, as was my chest. So you're definitely going to feel good looking in the mirror, checking yourself out, and a couple of other people probably checking you out as well, Myron. But other than that, it wasn't anything to write home about. I got this one from my buddy Harry. He sent this one over to me. We did a little bit of an exchange, so I didn't purchase this one myself. But if I'm being honest, if I were to spend 55, 60 bucks on this one, I would be a little bit underwhelmed. I really expected this to be a crazy type of pre-workout, and it wasn't. Now, it doesn't go to say that this is a bad pre-workout. It definitely gets the job done. But this here, despite the crazy looking VOODOO Panda on the tub, this is a daily. This is essentially a high caffeine daily with some nootropics and a lot of emphasis on the pumps. And it could be that maybe because there's so much pump ingredients in here, maybe it helps with the blood flow a little too much to the point where it detracts a bit from the stimulants. That happens, guys. When you take a crazy high stim pre-workout and you pair a lot of pumps on it, it actually ends up taking the edge off a little bit. So a lot of times when I take something like, say, Excelsior or Smash AMF, and I pair a pump product on it, the reason I do it is for the stimulatory effect to come down a little bit more to baseline so it doesn't overstimulate me. Now, you have a lot of pump ingredients in here, guys. We got the citrulline, we got the beetroot extract, we got the agmatine sulfate, we got the vasodrive. So those are 4 massive ingredients that do help with the blood flow. So it could be that it reduces the stimulatory effect. Now, combine that with 250 milligrams of canna, which does tend to relax you as well. It was a chill experience. And again, I'm not ragging on this pre-workout. I'm not giving it a negative grade. It wasn't a bad pre-workout by any means, but if you're expecting a crazy experience just because of how cool and badass this label looks, don't judge a book by its cover, guys. Don't judge a pre-workout based on its label, because despite the crazy stacked science book label we got in here, this one here is a daily, essentially, and that's not a bad thing. It has its time and place. I could see myself running this again down the line, probably not anytime soon, but for what it was, I thought it was decent, nothing special. It's okay. And if you guys are looking for something that's gonna give you decent energy for an hour and 20, hour and a half, and crazy, insane vascular pumps, then this could be a good pre-workout for you. But me personally, if I were to drop 55, 60 bucks on this, I wouldn't be too happy with it. That's just my 2 cents. Regardless, guys, if you do want to pick up this limited edition pre-workout, and it is a limited edition pre-workout, you can head over to my good friends over at NutriCartel.com and use discount code ACE15. That will save you 15% off your entire order and help support this channel. Last I checked, I think they had 5 or 6 in stock, so they're going to run out really quickly. And again, guys, like I said, different people utilize different pre-workouts. Not everybody watching this channel is a stim junkie like High Stim Ace. So if you're a beginner and intermediate, or even if you are a stim junkie, but you want something a little bit more chill with a heavy emphasis on the pumps with consistent energy, but nothing too over the top, then this here could be a good option for you. But pick it up quickly because it's going to run out and it's probably not going to come back again. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you did, then don't forget to show your support by liking this video. Comment down below. Tell me if you've tried this limited edition collaboration, and in general, if you guys have tried other Panda collabs, let me know down in the comments below which Panda collab was your favorite. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.